Go through the drive-thru? You got it. The staff Wendy's today wouldn't serve me in the lobby because they didn't have a lobby till, and demanded I go through the drive-thru. Normally I don't get this issue because if they don't have a lobby till, they just walk my payment over to their drive-thru till and walk back. But today they wouldn't budge. So I walked through the drive-thru since I wasn't parked in their lot, but instead parked at my job, which was a couple blocks away, and I walked over to Wendy's to get my food. When I walked through their drive-thru, they wouldn't serve me at the drive-thru because I wasn't in a car. So I held up traffic till they did serve me. Once I got to the payment window, the cashier decided to treat me like an actual human being and told me I could come inside the lobby to get my food, where I saw another customer waiting being told the same thing. I told her what I just did to get my food, and as I am walking back to work I see her doing the same thing I did to get my food. I hope I created a domino effect of people doing this, but obviously I couldn't stay long enough to find out. Uber driver here. I got a call for a ride. Got to the pickup location, a 24-hour donut shop. It was after 10 p.m. Only the drive-thru window was open. The passenger was a disabled woman with a wheelchair that was waiting for a friend to pick her up, and wanted to buy some donuts for the two of them before they got there. The proprietor refused to serve her at the drive-thru because she wasn't in a car. She got into my car. We drove to the window. She ordered, paid, and the proprietor begrudgingly filled the order. Passenger got out, sat back in her wheelchair. I so wanted to go back through, order a large coffee, just to throw it back into the drive-thru window. But I didn't. While I was doing DoorDash, this McDonald's had the lobby closed but has a window with a doorbell for gig drivers to skip the drive-thru inside the first set of doors. I went inside the first set of doors and rang the bell. Two people also showed up and were told they can only order at the drive-thru, except that they took the bus there after calling to see if the place is open. I came back for a second delivery to see that McDonald's did take their order and handed it through the delivery window. At least there was one sympathetic person working there. I hate when places go drive-thru only. Not all of us even drive. Edited to add, this also means their bathrooms are off limits. Public washrooms are already often few and far between. And now you're cutting access to save a few cents? So annoying. As a Wendy's employee, we are supposed to lock the lobby if we cannot serve at the front counter. I wouldn't be surprised, however, if the drive-thru area was just super busy and that's why they didn't do what they usually did. Or if maybe the district manager yelled at someone against doing it. Remember, sometimes employees will do things they think they can do, only to get yelled at. Also, to add on to this, even if any of this is true, it is up to the employees to explain why they can't. It's not hard to just say, "Corporate told us we can't do that anymore, unfortunately," or, "Drive-thru is really swamped right now, and by doing that it'd be getting in their way and slowing their station down," etc. While I understand why people on foot could be at danger in a drive-thru, what I don't understand is why they don't have a walk-up option as well. This would resolve so many issues and keep everyone safer. In this case though, what a petty person they were to not ring you up through the drive-thru till. Unacceptable, but great persistence op. I am a retired truck driver. On more than one occasion I parked my tractor trailer and walked to drive-thrus because the lobbies were closed. I learned to park my truck where it could be seen by the person working the drive-thru. Their first response was usually, "We can't serve you because you're not in a car." I would point at my truck and say, "That's my car. Are you sure you want me to drive it up to your window?" I was only refused service once. One time some friends and I walked to a nearby Wendy's for some late-night food. They similarly wouldn't serve us inside and told us drive-through only. We tried to walk through and they still wouldn't serve us. They recommended we get a car and come back. We had walked in the first place to be safe as we'd all had a bit to drink. Not enough to be obnoxious, but enough to not feel comfortable driving. And they penalized us for that. This reminds me of a time where me and my bro were at an event and wanted breakfast from Wendy's, which was 1 block away. Because of that short distance we felt drive-through wasn't worth it, so we walked. Lobby was closed due to pandemic reasons and made us use drive-through, which we walked through. No reason to use a car to go 1 block for food. FYI, they absolutely cannot serve a walk-up at the drive-through. Insurance issues. I went to Wendy's yesterday myself. The drive-through line was hella long, so I went inside. There were just a few employees and one covering both the counter and drive-through. They were clearly trying their best. It's a huge liability to walk through a drive-through, but since they don't train people anymore at fast food establishments and people are usually super young, they don't know that. The person who told you to walk through the drive-through could get in a lot of trouble. I'm so tired of how stupid people are these days. Drive-through with either a too-tall truck or pulling a trailer. No prob, fam. Looks like I'm gonna get stuck in backup traffic. What I've learned here today is when I open my fast service restaurant I need a walk-up window. After a very late-night physics exam in college, a buddy and I decided we really wanted ice cream and fries. And the only place open at 10 p.m. in our town was the Golden Arches. We lived near campus, and parking sucked anyway, so we walked down. Lobby was closed, even though the sign said they were open. So we figured, whatever. We'll walk to the drive-through. It was late, no other customers around, but they still wouldn't serve us. Fair enough. Corpo policy is what it is. And low-wage earners don't want to get fired for BS. We called a friend, who was not too happy to leave his online gaming sesh post-exam, to come pick us up in his car to take us through the drive-through. On the one hand, I get folks wanting to not lose their jobs. But, on the other, we really didn't want much and were paying customers with no one else around. I don't know. It's all weird. But I removed the problem. Those won. At least. For myself by quitting fast food. My high school friend group would frequent LAN parties in our area, and one was held at a fairly large regional college. As I was walking back from registration to get my tower and ridiculous large CRT out of my car, I saw someone abandon a golf cart and get into a car. I asked, "Hey, can I drive that?" They assumed I was also a student and said, "Sure. Keys are in it." I guess it was for students to use as needed? Anyway, I charged $5 a trip to haul people's stuff from parking to the front door until that got boring. Then something like 12 or more of us managed to pile on for the 2-block trip to a nearby McDonald's. We went through the drive-through and ordered 26 total McChickens, McDoubles back when they were $1 each. We ended up driving the battery dead and leaving it behind a few thousand feet from the entrance we needed for the event. It was gone the next morning. But I ate for free all weekend and had money left over. Does anyone ever have a positive experience at Wendy's? What kind of USian dystopia is this? Question mark. I enjoyed biking through drive-thrus as a kid even though I knew they wouldn't serve me. Maybe I'll give it a shot as an adult. Drive-thru only can be a pita, especially if your ride is over 60 foot long and over 13 foot high. That won't fit through the drive-thru. Fortunately, I've had places who saw some common sense and helped me out. Shock horror. Actually served me through the drive-through window. I had something similar in 2021. Done and closed due to COVID. Okay, I will use the drive-through. 3 of I am the car. Can we do 3 separate orders? Voice from the speaker, no, the system only lets us do 2 at a time. Okay, can we do 2 at once then 1 single? Oh no, we can only do 2 orders. So we get 2 orders and immediately drive back around the drive-through and order the last one. Did this several times over the course of several weeks. And also purposely ordered slow and drove slow through the drive-through.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.